On this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast, the nerds talk about NASA bringing homes to the moon. Will you live in one by 2040? Movie sequels. Do they live up to your expectations? What do you expect? What do you want? And is it just more of the same? And finally, movies that were made but you'll never see. All that and more on this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Now start the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Johnny, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. Welcome to the future, as NASA is going to put homes on the moon for civilians to live in by the year 2040. When NASA says something, do you believe it? Number one, and would you live on the moon? Johnny?
I don't know if this is real, right? Like, as I've told you guys before, I was in the military. Honorably discharged, all that good stuff. My phone case is military grade. I've never seen that before in the military. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, anytime I see something that says, "Oh, this is military grade,"
I
I'm
always
like,
think that too.
as a veteran, I'm like,
what does that mean exactly?
did I have a gun like this?
Yeah.
Like, I dropped shit
Does it
before.
stop bullets?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know
What does that mean? Because I see that. You ever see the flashlights on TV? This is a military grade flashlight. I'm like, oh,
I've seen that too, but
Like,
I've
what
never
is
seen
that?
it in the military. So, like, I just don't know what it means. Like, I know, like,
the other
based
thing
on a
is too,
truth.
on the scale, where is the military? Like, what is
yeah,
the
on the grading scale of like good shit.
like,
where
of
does the
cool
military
shit,
fall in line?
where is
Yeah,
military like at the top or
like if I told you this was like future grade or like this like I don't know, like titanium grade. Like, where's military fall into
military grade glasses and shit like that?
that? Yeah.
I still don't know what it means. Is it like those movies where it's like based on a true story? Where is my phone case a veteran? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, well, it's a good
You
chance
mean
your
they
phone
didn't
case-
issue you that phone case when you signed up? Here's your phone case.
your
No,
phone
Here's
case
your
probably
flashlight.
Gets better healthcare than you.
no,
So-
you're probably right about that.
probably right. Through the VA.
So, anyways, I bring that up because, like, when I was at Costco, right before you walk out, people are handing you flyers and shit. So one of the ladies was handing out like a water filter flyer, and the water is pretty hard in my area. So I was like, all right, well, I'll check it out. Tell me about it. And she's like, well, this is what NASA uses. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, NASA uses it. I'm like, in space? No, but NASA, like that. She just kept repeating, like,
Just NASA over and over.
in the pamphlet, it says it has a NASA logo. I'm like, so is there a water filter in the office?
Did this put Tang out? Did this dispense
Yeah.
Tang? What's going on?
I don't get it. So is it like, I don't know, apartments by NASA, or is it just like military grade? I don't. What are the houses?
no,
they're
they're Beezer homes.
They're yeah. Military grade Beezer homes by NASA. So you just throw all that in there.
I hope they're not
And it
Cressley
just-
homes. They're gonna fall
Yeah.
apart.
Hey, and only low cum. Loca?
What the fuck did you say? What kind of home is homes by Pornhub? You nasty fuck. Oh, all right.
Low income.
We talked about this last time. I think that's it. I'm quitting.
Oh yeah, low
Me and,
income
me and
homes.
Joey Valentine, we're quitting because
Ah,
NASA's putting low cum houses on the fucking moon. And that shit in space? I don't know. You seen
Float
them
away.
like drink you seen them drink water in space? It's super weird, right? Like by the end of the week, my fucking house would be like a snow globe.
ah.
Anyways, low
So,
cum
yeah.
housing.
So would you
Fucking idiot.
would you Would you live on the moon if they offered it to you for free?
So
No.
there are conditions, right? I mean, like, because right now, when's the last time someone's been to the moon? Has it been like fucking 30
Oh,
something
dude,
years,
30,
40 years?
way more than that. Yeah.
Um, so are you there forever? Can you ever come home?
One way
Let's say
trip.
you got to stay there for at least 5-year minimum. Could you do it?
Yeah, but what am I doing?
That's just it. What
Staring
is
at
there
the
to do?
Earth
That's what I mean. Like
and
exactly.
hoping it's
Unless
still
Like,
it's
gonna
like
be
a,
there in 5 years.
if it's like a space base, what you see like on TV and shit's super cool. Okay, yeah, I'll
Oh,
give it a shot.
Can you join Space
well, I mean, they
Force?
always talk about that, right? Yeah, like you bring the scientists, you bring the botanists. Like, what am I, the fucking court jester? I don't know shit.
Fucking
People just gonna
Gilligan's
make fun
Island.
of me all day. Like, oh, you're on the moon, you're still fucking fat. I'm like, okay, well,
But you're light though. You'll be really
I got
light.
fucking 10 more years of this shit.
You'll be
Fuck you
super
guys.
light and you'll be military grade.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
there's
whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa,
Uh-huh.
whoa,
Matter of fact, my
whoa.
mistake. NASA grade, I think it's higher than military grade.
So my cum is gonna be military grade.
Oh, low
My
cum.
low
cum.
cum.
Low cum.
Low cum numbers. So yeah, so the thing is, anytime they say something, I just take it with a grain of salt because we're gonna go to Mars. We're going back to the moon in the year 2000. We're doing this. They're like, you motherfuckers never do anything. Anything. Elon Musk has done more than you people. You do nothing.
They're
You
going to
just
the
say
moon
shit.
next year.
Who is? That's just it.
NASA.
What do they want to go to the moon
Summer
for? I'm
vacation, that's their
confused.
plan.
No, I forget the mission, but that guy that I was telling you about, he was a Navy SEAL. Then
Oh
he
yeah, the guy's been
became
everything.
yeah, the Navy SEAL doctor. Fucking now he's gonna be an astronaut, and he's on the mission to go to the moon.
Okay, by himself or
No, there's
That's-
like a few other people, but like
Okay, good.
you need a Navy SEAL there and a doctor, so
He's
you got
everything,
two
though.
boxes checked.
Wasn't he a lawyer too or some shit? He was like, that dude has done everything.
No, he's an underachiever according to his Asian parents.
Oh yeah, his parents are so
You
disappointed.
only doctor?
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So I just think when NASA says something, just fucking don't believe it. And they think going to the moon is such an achievement. Like, who gives a flying fuck about the moon?
So you're saying they
And-
didn't land on the moon?
No, it's just it. I think they did land on the moon. I think that what's taking so long to go back, do they really care to go back? But they want to spend all these billions of dollars to go back to the moon for what? That's what I'm saying. Like, for what purpose are you going to the moon? That's the only thing.
Build a vacation home on the Sea of Tranquility.
Science.
Well, they did say
it's all
that
about
the,
science.
they said the homes are going to be for the astronauts and their families, and the civilians are their families. I'm like, who's building these homes? Are they going up already built,
Yeah,
prefabricated?
contractors.
Yeah, right. Get a bunch of Mexicans at Home Depot. Come on, let's go. They're like, where are we going?
Get in the
Just
shuttle,
come on,
buddy.
Just get in the shuttle bus.
I need two.
Yeah. I need to. We're going to Lompoc. What? Yeah, we're gonna go to the Space Force. Like, what's really fucked up? They're out there for like a year building it. They come back. Here's $500, bro. Like, that's what you get. So, and they're really aliens when they're out there. So yeah. So there we go.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Aliens
Immigration
in
jokes.
space.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
There's evidence.
The real aliens would be so confused. I find what military grade means. Military grade is to indicate the product was tested under rigorous standards that are not normal against everything from corrosion to moisture that they would do in the military.
Holy shit,
That's what
Johnny,
it
your
is.
penis is military grade.
Yes.
Because not a normal person has put it through the beating that I have.
That's right.
And it's still sparkling new. Yeah. So that's military grade.
So
It's funny,
it's
yeah.
not even like from the military. It's just a general like above average testing.
That's what it says here too. And
Pretty
it's,
much.
it's higher quality that they would use in the military. So you just assume that they'd use it.
Just a
You'd
sales
never. It's a
Oh.
sales pitch. Yeah,
sales
of
gimmick.
course.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, because the military sounds like it's a stronger material, and you say military grade. That's all. So if you just say, "Dude, I bought this new baseball bat for softball. It's military grade aluminum," bitch, mine's NASA grade aluminum. Imagine that shit. So
I would, to be honest with you, I'd trust the NASA grade one.
I would too.
They got the water filters, like I was
That's
saying.
right. That's right. They do got the water. Wait. That's what they had selling you? Was what, a water filter?
Yeah, it was a
Water
water
filter.
filter with the NASA
Oh my
logo.
And NASA uses
Yeah.
it.
Stupid.
But where? I don't know.
So,
They might as well
Like-
have said the Avengers use it. And the fucking Avengers logo.
I'm
on
not
there.
gonna lie. I would have
He
bought
would've
that shit right
shit.
then. It was pretty expensive. It was like $5 or $6 grand. But if it said Avenger quality like
Yeah.
filter, yeah,
Stark
Oh, I've
Industry
done.
quality.
Yeah. Oh, Stark Industry. You would have bought that shit. Wayne Tech Enterprises. Fuck, I'm sold. Like,
yeah. I don't know why they don't appease to like the stupid side of me, because that's what I would do.
you just buy it right away.
Like, I don't know how many times. All right. So speaking of Costco, I bought this fucking, let's say it was like a body detox cleanse or something like that. The only reason I bought it because
Mhm.
the sample girl was hot.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
I could have fucking grabbed the sample, walked away, but she fucking batted her eyes. And anyways, I had like a year supply of this prune juice, basically.
And
So,
and-
like, I don't know why
Yeah.
they all the
Yeah.
sample ladies are all old ladies and stuff like that. No, just
it is
if
true.
you're trying to sell like chimichangas, fucking put a hot chick out there.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Military grade hot chick.
Military grade.
Military
Higher
grade.
standard, higher quality. Fucking crazy, man. Just stupid. But hey, it works. It worked. I mean, it does work. People fall for that shit. These are military grade, night vision goggles. You see that on the infomercial. Oh shit,
Yeah.
use these in the military? I'll get them. Just some shit you could get with your Call of Duty 3 bundle. Like, it's the same shit.
Oh my god, it really is. Like, I feel like
No
the night
joke.
vision goggles I got from the Call of Duty bundle are the same thing,
Yeah.
and they weren't military grade. I know that for sure
How would you know?
because I've worn night vision goggles in the
That were
military.
military grade.
That were military grade. Low cum.
You're low cum. Instead of welcome, now you're low cum. And that for now on. When you open the door for someone, thanks. You're low cum. Like what?
What was that? Nothing. No, just keep on.
Don't worry about it. Splood you very much? What? So yeah, there you go. And if you haven't been to the movies yet and checked out Exorcist, I think it's called Believer, which has been in theaters already. Not good reviews. But when it comes to sequels, a lot of people gave movies like that a bad review because they want more of the same of what they've seen from the first one. And when you set the bar so goddamn high and you go to watch a sequel, what's your expectations? So, like, when you guys go watch a sequel to a very popular movie, such as Star Wars, Avatar, and so forth, what are your expectations? Do you want more of the same? And if they change it too much, you're like, that's stupid. Why do they do that? Like, what are your expectations for sequels?
No.
For
Well,
instance,
first, I don't expect a sequel to be 20, 30, 40 years later. Give it to me a little sooner than that.
Well, I mean, sometimes it works. Top Gun was fucking amazing. Top Gun Part 2.
sometimes it
I mean.
worked. It worked. As one time it worked. Can you name
Well,
another
here's the
sequel?
thing.
It's super old. Blade Runner was garbage. Exorcist is getting horrible reviews. I mean, what else has been that long that it's actually been good?
Well, I mean, there hasn't been anything else that's been that long, right? Like a handful of things. And even if you can think of 5 things, Top Gun made the cut. 20% of them are pretty good.
Right? You threw a number out there. Well, here's the thing about Exorcist. Exorcist has had 2 sequels and 2 prequels already.
Right.
When they made this new one, they're like, no, none of those count. This is a direct sequel to the first one. And all the reviewers are like, well, it's not as good as the first one. Well, it's not going to fucking be as good as that. Oh, well, they didn't do what the first one did. Well, no shit. Did you just want the same fucking movie? That's not how the shit works. So that's the thing. People will get, it's kind of like Star Wars The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens was really good because we got fed fan service up the ass.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, that's what we want. We want more of that. And then when they gave us, was it The Last Jedi? Was the second one? Right? We were like, what the fuck is this? We want fan service, you stupid fucks. And everybody pitched a bitch and said, that's the fucking worst movie ever made. And then they made The Last Skywalker, whatever it was called. What was that called?
Yeah, close enough.
The Last Skywalker.
Yeah,
Or-
whatever. was it the Last Skywalker or was it the who gives a
Something
fuck? It was
Skywalker.
so
Something.
fucking shitty, and they just kept going, left field with everything. Everybody's like, "That's not Star Wars. That's not Star Wars." And that's what I mean about when you go watch a sequel and critics and so on and so forth. What? How the fuck do you satisfy your audience? Like,
You know what's
does it
funny about that particular
series?
example
Yeah,
is The Force Awakens, like you said, really great, a lot of fan service. Then part 2 was garbage. And then part 3, when that came out, it was like, it's garbage. But that was because number 2 was garbage. So it was like, number 2 is like the fucking stepchild from hell. Because it was like, well, number 3 can't be good because number 2 was so bad.
yeah,
And yeah, for number 2, for Ryan Johnson.
yeah. No, it's just again. I mean, when you see a sequel, what what do you want from it? Because
I mean, I think the healthy thing is to go into it with low expectations, and
Yeah.
then if you get a good sequel, I mean, I can't think of many, like Toy Story for me were all tens, or 5 out of 5s. Lord of the Rings are right up there as far as sequels and like how much I enjoyed
Well, Lord of
them.
the Rings is different because that's really one continuous story. You know, they're not really sequels so much. You just pick up where you left off.
Right.
Yeah, but like Jaws, what'd you expect Jaws to do in the second one? Fucking sing and dance? It's the same shit. He's a shark eating people, and you get pissed off. Ah, that sucked. Well, it's a fucking movie about a shark eating people. What the fuck do you
Yeah.
want?
Get out of the water. Just fucking hang
Yeah,
out, hang out
what
on
did
the
you?
shore.
Yeah, what'd you want? It's like Transformers. Every Transformers movie is the same. Optimus Prime knows the bad guy. The bad guy knows him. He beats Optimus Prime the first time. They regroup and beat him at the end. There's the movie. There's your formula. What do you want? And if you go too much off course, people will bitch. That's stupid. You can't kill Optimus Prime. You can't do that. You can't do this. It's like, dude, but you already seen the formula. You want more? You want more of the same? What the fuck do you want? I mean, it's hard because a demon possession movie. After The Exorcist, we've seen a million of them, and they're all the same. A kid gets possessed, and a priest shows up to save the day. So
Yeah. But in this case, right, like isn't it the possessed girl who is now the savior?
no, this one has two possessed girls. The black girl's
No.
father.
What I'm saying is like the possessed girl from number 1 is now like,
Oh no, she's not in it.
Oh, it's the
wait,
mom.
who?
The mom.
It's the mom?
It's the mom that's in it because she is a demon, like almost like a seasoned professional in this type of realm. She wasn't very good at it the first time, but I guess
she
she's
wrote
a pro
book.
now.
And now
She
she's
wrote
pro.
a book about how a priest died in her house, pretty much.
I don't think he died in the house. He threw
Mm.
himself out the window, didn't he?
Yeah, he died outside.
Well, yeah,
Down
the
the
demon,
stairs.
and he threw
Rolled
himself,
down the
sacrificed.
stairs.
He's not even dead though. Remember?
No, it's
Watch
right. He
part
was in
three.
part 2, wasn't it? Or part 3?
No, part 3. He's not
Part
dead.
3.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in this one. The two girls, one's father's an atheist, doesn't believe in religion at all. The black girl. The other family is hardcore Catholic. They believe in like everything, and that's kind of the overtone of the movie. Of it's really a religious, like, do you believe in anything to save your kids type of thing, right? So that's the big difference. If you guys remember The Exorcist, part 1 was the same. The mom had no religious belief at all, zero. Then she had to go beg the church to come and save the day. So, but yeah. So I don't know. Sequels are hard, man. Like when I saw Avatar 2, amazing movie. Just because the look, I was like, holy shit, blows my mind. But it was the exact same story, the exact same fucking story. Not much.
The movie
different
wasn't
than the first
good.
one.
The effects were good.
The movie was good, but it was the same plot, the same bad guy going after the same hero. The difference is now the hero has family, and he's trying to protect the family and not just a tribe. But it's the same fucking story essentially. But the effects are so fucking spectacular. You're like, I don't give a fuck what they're talking about or what they're doing. This shit looks amazing.
I mean, sequels are tough, right? Like, I mean, I can only think of like, say, Top Gun, like Toy Story, like I said, and maybe Tron 2. I mean, that was probably one of the best movies.
Good one. That was a good one. The
I
second
mean,
Tron.
it was a weird
It was good because the
Because
first movie sucked. When you go back and watch it, it's not
When
a
you-
good movie.
But when you watched it as a kid, it was amazing.
yeah,
Had a
true,
cool
very
story.
true.
The second one, the story wasn't great, but the effects were
Amazing.
unbelievable.
Yeah. And plus Olivia Wilde was in it. So yeah, I got you, bro.
She is not ugly.
no, not
No.
one bit. No.
After watching her, I was all about low cum.
We all about low cum. But no, you're right. And I mean, good sequels. Rocky, I guess
Dark Knight.
you could say
Batman.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, but Rocky's a
Rambo.
tough one too, right? Because they've made so many.
And it's
And,
essentially the
and
same
yeah,
plot.
number
over and over.
2 was good, but then like there's 3, there's
3 was good.
or 4
4
was
was good.
4 was great.
5 was
5,
trash.
6.
5 was really bad. 5 was really bad.
Wait, 5 was Tommy,
Tommy
Tommy
Gunn.
Gun, whatever.
and then
Tommy Dreamer is a wrestler.
the 6 was just Balboa or some shit.
Balboa,
It
that
was
good.
Balboa.
Where he
was
like
good.
lost
he-
the decision at the end, or I don't know. Like
Oh, the ESPN fight.
No,
yeah.
and then he would own the restaurant and blah blah.
so
blah.
I mean, like
yeah.
you can't necessarily say like, oh, this
He gave
sequel
the
was
greatest
good
movie
because
speech
like
ever.
he's got some bad sequels in that franchise.
Well, he has one. He has one.
One bad one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
5th one's really bad.
Rocky 5.
5 and 6 weren't great.
Oh no,
6
6
was
was good.
6 had that
Mainly
great
because
speech about
he
getting
gave the
back
greatest
up.
movie speech of all time.
Oh yeah.
When he talks
Yeah.
to his kid in the street, oh man, that shit is like, whoa,
Yeah.
bro.
Wait, was that the
wow.
one where his kid had the earring, like the
No,
hoop-
no,
the
no.
hoop
That's
that,
part.
like,
That's
fucking,
part.
touched his
3.
nipple?
Part 3 with the
Oh.
robot and
Yeah.
Polly has the robot hooker. Yeah. So
That's the Mr. T one.
That's
yep.
3.
Clubber Lang.
No, 4
Clubber
was the
Lang.
robot. When they went to Russia,
sure
they left
4
the
was a
robot
robot?
baby.
Yeah, 4 was a robot,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 3 with had the
and then he
party
gave
at
the speech
house.
to the kid who was watching TV at like
Oh,
11
okay.
o'clock at night.
Part 3 had the great scene though on the motorcycle and he throws a helmet at the statue and he's all fucking.
Yeah. 'Cause Mick had just died.
That's right. So much drama in that movie. Ah, so good. Rocky.
How many throws do you think it took for him to get that take?
One. He's Rocky.
18.
Actually, they stunt double Chuck Norris. No,
Oh, that was a fucking military grade statue. Like
military grade helmet too. Straight from Rambo. You know they're looking to do another fucking Rambo too.
No, please no.
Please
The
stop.
The last one just broke my heart on so many levels.
The only good sequel to
What do you
Rambo
mean? He
is
killed the whole
one
cartel.
titled-
He
Rambo.
killed the whole cartel. He didn't save his
He did
niece or
not
whatever.
save his niece from being trafficked.
And where did he have
the?
the time to dig the Viet Cong tunnels like in his ranch? Like
Oh man, and he knew where they're all going to be, like precisely. He knew
I
where
feel
everyone
like
is
he could have saved some time and just got a bunch of Ring cameras because like he was using like Vietnam era like strategy. Like just use a camera.
Imagine they're like in the tunnel. You go that way. You go. Hey, I can see you. I can see you in the tunnel.
Don't go that way.
We should leave. We should go. We should go. He saw us.
I mean, the best part was obviously him cutting out that dude's heart and like showing it to
Showed
him.
it to him, and then he's like on the steps bleeding. He's like,
This is my military grade knife, and look at I'm a military grade surgeon. Please, no more Rambos.
but what do you do with another Rambo? He's back home. His only family member's dead. Try to save her.
Now he's like crazy guy. So now he's running around like a
Man,
crazy vet, just killing everything, thinking that they're
Yeah,
enemies.
he has like
So he
40
finally has
dead
to get killed
bodies
at the
on
end.
his ranch. Like,
He does have a lot of bodies on
what
his
does he
ranch.
do with that?
That's gotta smell a little bit.
And you tell me the other cartels not showing up? They're like,
No,
"Well,
they're gonna
mess with the
congratulate him.
Rambo."
He wiped out the competition.
Like, seriously. Fucking Rambo. That one was, yeah. That one was.
I don't know. I feel like he's picked on a lot of different races, so he'd have to go.
That is
I don't know,
true.
Middle
That
Eastern?
is true. No, he's already gone
He
up to the
did
Middle
Middle
Eastern.
Eastern. No, he was on the Middle
Oh.
Eastern side in part 3.
Are you? Oh, that's right, because it was the Russians,
He
right?
fought
Yeah,
next
yeah,
to-
he was-
yeah, he fought next to Osama.
He fought next. No, it's what's his name? Saddam, I think. Right, like that whole thing, the whole Iraq or whatever, Baghdad. Yeah.
After
Part two.
his game of like take the goat skin and fucking
Oh,
Is
the
goat
football
skin
game?
soccer.
Yeah, part two was Vietnam, right?
Vietnam,
Yes,
yeah,
we bring
Yeah,
that
yeah.
up at the meetings all the time.
yeah.
They're like, we didn't even get a cut of that, and real Vietnamese people died.
He did rip somebody's throat out. Then part two was Baghdad, part four was Burmese, and then part five was the
What?
cartel.
Part
What
two was
order are you
Vietnam.
going in?
It goes Vietnam.
No,
And part two.
part one was
one.
America.
No, part one was America.
America.
Part two is Vietnam.
Part two was Vietnam.
Part three was Baghdad or whatever it was.
It was Middle
Right.
East. Yeah.
Middle
it was
East.
just Middle East
Yeah, it's
versus
Middle East.
Russians.
Versus
Yeah.
Russia.
Part four was Burmese, right? The one where he's
Burmese,
older and he has the
yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
And part five was the cartel.
Part four,
It was the boatman, remember?
he was just
boatman.
chopping people in half with his
them up with
gun.
that
50 cal.
Holy shit!
Fucking, that was the best part. I was watching that movie going, this is it right here. This is fucking the best Rambo movie. Even though part one's amazing, this is the fucking best.
And then
no,
like
that
there was
part-
that female actress in there just getting like PTSD, like, but not the character, like the actual
The
actress.
actual actress.
This is too real.
'Cause he
I
actually
think this is
killed those
real
people.
blood.
The best part was, remember, because it was like a TV crew, and he's trying to save the producer, and then he's like, "Let's
What?
go, get out of the cage. I gotta take it." And the guy's like, "I gotta get out of here. I want nothing to do with you." And I'm like,
All right.
"Dude, what
I
the
don't
fuck?
remember
what
that
movie you
part. I think
talking
they were.
about?
I think they were like
Is this part
humanitarians.
6?
Man.
Were they humanitarian?"
Yeah, they were religious.
Yeah, they
The
were.
religious group.
They weren't a fucking documentary.
No, there was a guy that was with them.
No, they
that-
were shooting a
that-
porn. They were. I remember they were shooting a porn. Low come.
Well, he did shoot a porn. Or Sylvester Stallone. So, good call. Good call. So, but yeah, that such a good movie. It is such a. It is so. They're all bad. Let's put it that way. The first one is really good, but they're all so bad after that. They're just so
Oh
bad.
no, Rambo. That part 4 was amazing.
No, that's just it. It's good because he's no longer the Rambo we know. He now lives in Burmese. He's the boatman, and he doesn't want to be known anymore. And then at least the part 5 when he's back on the ranch. Like, imagine all of a sudden you haven't seen this guy in 30 years. He shows up to the ranch. like what? How does he know where he lives? Like, I don't get
This
that.
is
Cutting
dad's
heads
ranch.
off.
This is dad's ranch.
But would it be his dad's ranch still? Some lady,
Yeah, it was in the
some Mexican
family. The
lady
mailbox
runs it or
said
something?
Rambo on it. At the end of part
What could-
4.
I know.
Couldn't
So
he put his
stupid.
name on there?
What?
What do you
is
mean,
his
like-
name? His name is John Rambo, dummy.
I
John
get it,
Rambo.
but like, why do you think it's his dad's ranch?
As it is. That's what the lady says. Taking care of your dad's ranch this whole time.
For how long?
I don't know. The guy's in his. I don't know. Locked a long time.
Exactly.
30
He
years.
he just thought about it for a very, very long time. And how long was the
But
gap
I don't
between...
know at what age his dad died. I don't know what age his dad died.
This Rambo's like 65 at that point. His dad
He's
is
gotta
dead.
be,
Yeah,
right?
my dad, John Custard Rambo. He fucking
John Custer.
he left me this fucking ranch.
It's not even that. From Iraq to Burmese. What was the gap? Where has he been all this time? And why is it every time he's in trouble in part 2, all the movies, the general shows up. You did it now, John, but we need your help. Like every time. You did it now, John, but we need your help, buddy. Like, so good.
Well,
Just
that's true
fucking
because he
Rambo.
was in the Vietnam War, which he would have put him at
He
18
was.
in Vietnam.
That's right.
Oh shit, his
That's
dad's
right.
dead.
Oh, you just figured it. You just did the math. Oh no, John
His
Custer
dad-
died.
His dad died during part 2. I'm telling you, man. That's
Not part 2. That's a little too young.
You know what? I don't know. I'm thinking if they do come out with a sequel, his dad's coming back. He's gonna save his dad. He's like that forgotten POW.
John
Ah.
Rambo Sr.
That's not a bad storyline. All right, who's in?
No, they're gonna
What's-
try to
what's
pull.
his email?
They're gonna try to pull an Indiana Jones where like Shia LaBeouf shows up. He's the new Rambo. Oh
He has a
man,
son he doesn't know about.
his son he doesn't know from some Vietnamese hooker. I'm back.
What the wait?
Howdy, Ja.
What's happening here? What's happening here?
Expendables 4.
I feel like I'm offended. I don't know. If they keep making Expendables, you don't need to come out with Rambo. It's the same
You
fucking thing.
Expendables bombed so hard.
Yeah.
Oh. You know that even Mission Impossible bombed, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, the movie
It
bombed.
was so
too.
good.
Yeah, bombed. No bueno.
I think because
the
it was an
impossible
incomplete
mission.
story. I don't think people wanted a two-parter.
But they leave it open where you want to see it. So
I don't
You
know
got
what
no
else he
choice,
could
man.
do.
You got no choice.
Like he
no, I know, but like
jumped
yeah.
off a fucking mountain with a motorcycle and like flew down. Like, how you gonna top that?
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Good point. You have very good points. You
and
get
he did
points for
run
having good
across a
points.
train as it's falling. Parts of it are falling away.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true.
Wasn't a fan of that.
No.
No. It
No.
was more realistic when they did it in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Mm.
That was much more believable to see the president fucking run across
As a vampire.
Hightailing it
Yeah.
across the train. 407. Shit, I gotta go. I'm out.
I like how vampires can't sneak up on him, but John Wilkes Booth got him good.
Huh.
Yeah, didn't think about that, did you?
Man, that ruins everything for me. I bet Bookie's like, wait a second, I'm a history buff.
Right?
Man. I don't remember vampires.
I don't remember vampires whatsoever. So there you go. The writer strike's over, and Rambo's coming back. I hope they're right. I hope they're all writing Rambo too. Like all the writers, they're all helping. Everybody chip in.
You know, some of these guys who weren't on the picket line were at home writing shit, just waiting for it to be over. I got some shit.
Oh, they were
it's a
all
great
working.
time to catch up. I mean, you don't have any
Right.
deadlines, and like,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure they get some sort of because they're all part of a union, right? There's like
Yeah.
an insurance type of thing, so they're not going to get their full pay, but something to
Well,
help pay the
yeah.
bills.
Well,
type of thing.
they were getting like millions of dollars in donations too. So like actors and everybody was donating to their
Right.
fund, and they were getting something for sure. It's
Well, the actors are
and-
still on strike.
the actors. Well, are they though?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are
they
they?
are.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
Okay.
They are. This wasn't a joint effort. This is
I thought it
actors are still on
was.
strike.
I thought it was
No.
like well, they were
Well,
supporting
there's
each other,
Two different unions. So
right?
Yeah.
But what are they striking for now? Honestly, what do they want
That
now?
For
AI
the
shit, that
the
AI
little
stuff,
actors,
and,
like
and
the
the little
AI
actors.
stuff.
You know, like
um,
Peter Dinklage and those type.
Ah, wow.
Oh, wait,
Not
we're
that
not
little.
talking-
No.
I can't
not-
believe. Wow, he takes the
Nah.
easy shot right there. Just name another. You know what? Name another little actor since you're on this run.
Uh,
Yep.
what is that? It's on the tip of my tongue. The guy who
Oh,
played Willow.
what's his
Willow.
his name? His name Oompa.
The dead guy.
last
You're gonna
name
pick the dead
Loompa?
guy.
He's not
Pick
dead.
somebody. Yeah, he died. Pick another guy that's
When?
alive.
He's not fucking dead.
Yeah, he died when they
Warwick
canceled the series.
something or other.
No. he's
Yeah,
fucking
Willow
dead.
died. You said
Warwick
Dionne
Davis.
Warwick?
Dionne Warwick.
Warwick Davis. Yeah, he's not a. He's
Wait
not
a second.
dead.
Didn't Dionne Warwick? Doesn't she know her own future?
That guy's
Oh.
53 years old.
He has a long way to go.
Speaking of Peter
Long way to go.
Dinklage,
Good
You
old
think
custard
he-
Rambo.
he screwed little people on purpose. That he wanted to be the only working little person in Hollywood.
Genius. He's even he's
How
the
did he
toxic
screw him?
Avenger.
Yeah, and talks.
Yeah.
Well, because he made a big deal when he heard Disney was making Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
Right.
I guess his big deal was it shouldn't be Seven Dwarfs or something like that. So Disney didn't.
Well, they didn't.
Hired
They
one.
didn't.
Yeah,
Right.
they only hired one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So
one?
basically, Peter Dinklage took 6 jobs away from little people, but he's still working. He's a
6 whole
toxic Avenger.
jobs. He's the actual toxic Avenger. Yeah, which is kind
Yeah.
of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I
man.
feel like you still
Gives a
need to be a
shit.
good actor.
exactly.
He's a good actor.
and he's a very good actor.
Warwick Davis is a good actor. So
Yeah, but that guy's not in anything ever.
And Willow.
Like, besides Willow coming back and cancel after one season, what else is he?
he
in?
was
Star Wars?
Ewok.
He was in Star Wars.
Well, he was the main Ewok. What's his name?
Oh, he was. You're right. He was.
What's his name now?
God damn, who's gonna come up with
Willow.
his name first?
Wasn't it Willow?
No, not Willow.
Every
you son
character
of a
plays
bitch.
with Willow.
It's Wicked. Wicked.
Wicked. That's it. Wicked.
You were close.
his name isn't Wicked, is it?
It is Wicked.
It is
yeah.
Wicked. The
Oh,
Ewok.
shit.
Wicked the Ewok.
Good old Wicked. That's right.
And what's
Oh,
funny
He
is
was
that
also
they're all,
in that series with Carl Pilkington, Life is Short, where they like travel the
not right.
world.
Really?
not right.
That's the name of the show.
That's not.
Yeah,
that's
it's called Life is Short. It's so fucking funny, dude. The
yeah, it's good.
combination of those two. I mean, it just watch a couple clips on YouTube and
Oh, that's right. You talked about this before.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. That's right. Good job.
Well, you
there.
got
Good
little
job
people
there, buddy.
outraged because this Snow White thing, they whatever. But now they're outraged because they gave Hugh Grant the role of a little person. He's the Oompa Loompa in the
that's right.
Charlie movie.
But then
Yeah.
the other the Johnny Depp one got some shit because like all the Oompa Loompas were like CGI.
Well,
Like, there
played
was
by
one
one
Well,
guy.
they're all
one
one
yeah,
guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of shit too. I don't know. I mean, they made a big stink about it, but they kept it short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You two are so bad.
I mean, I figure they should just get other talents, become magicians, and then they would call themselves magicians.
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow.
What do you think?
Say that again?
Magicians.
Midgets.
Yeah.
Magicians.
Tuesday, price is half off.
Is that what they're getting? Half off show today? Oh, you're the worst. You are the
Yeah,
worst.
sorry about that.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. So sequels. We talked about it. We covered them. We're good.
Yeah. Is there going to be a sequel to this show?
All right, we'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
New episodes of Nerds Talking every Friday. And don't forget about Taco Tuesdays every Tuesday, only here on the Nerds Review Network.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Johnny, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Tuesday, Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast, the number one podcast in the world that you're listening to right now. So here is what's coming out this weekend. Killers of the Flower Moon. Anybody interested? Leonardo
No.
DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese? No? Nothing?
Eh.
Really?
Mm.
You gonna wait for it to just go on to Apple TV? I think it's it is an Apple TV movie. It's gonna be on there in December if you wait 2 months.
I think
So-
it'll be good, but I don't know. Scorsese has been in the news a lot lately, talking about how superhero movies are killing the industry and they're not real movies, and just basically talking a lot of shit. And I feel like with this one, he's going to like pull all the tricks out of the bag as far as old school cinema and things like that to really try and showcase it. I mean, the storyline looks okay, like the trailers just look okay, but I don't know. I mean, until we watch it for the podcast, I have no desire to spend any money or like go out of my way to see it.
He even said people that make superhero movies aren't real directors. Is he gonna tell that to Christopher Nolan? Like okay. He just made Oppenheimer. And he makes a lot of like movies that people like praise Christopher
Right.
Nolan. Like, come on, man. I mean, he made 3 superhero movies. Like, okay. I mean, and I think it's just he's jealous, or I think he thinks you're using an IP that we know is going to make money or people are familiar with. I make original movies starring the same 3 guys over and over about gangsters.
I've got a really close set of friends that I put in all my movies. So
yeah. So I don't know, man. It's we'll see, but it is coming out, and I know it's going to get a lot of praise because Leo's in it, so you know it's going to get a lot of praise. But we're going to move on to movies that were abandoned during production and never completed. And we'll start off with a movie called All-Star Weekend, starring Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Piven, about 2 truck drivers that won tickets to the NBA All-Star Game, and it's a buddy comedy road movie that was completed and never put out. Have you guys ever heard of this movie?
no.
Never heard of it.
Jamie Foxx says the movie was permanently shelved. It will never be released because they were trying to break open the sensitive corners with Robert Downey Jr. playing a Mexican man. Yes, Robert Downey Jr. played a Mexican character, and they said that they weren't trying to do the Tropic Thunder thing. 'Cause, like, I guess he's like, doing the whole Tropic Thunder thing where he's stereotyping or playing a Mexican in this movie as well, and they didn't want to put it out. I so want to see this fucking movie now.
I would have seen it. I would have seen it.
I
wanna
feel
s-
like you make one, okay, we all laugh, but you make two,
we laugh harder.
uh, tough to follow you after that. It's like me listening to a fucking R. Kelly song right now. Like, maybe shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Next one on the list, Arrive Alive. It's a movie starring what's this fella's name here? Come on, William Dafoe and Joan Cusack, about a detective investigating a boxer's murder. And they shot the movie for just a few days. And as soon as they saw the dailies, William Dafoe quit and said, "What a trash movie," and left. And they didn't make it. Yeah. And I thought to myself, "You're the actor."
Didn't he get the script before?
Yeah, like, didn't you like say, it's not bad, I'll do it? What happened there? So yeah. So there's that.
interesting. They couldn't recast it, huh? Or
Right?
I mean,
You would
because they've
think.
already spent millions of dollars to set everything up and all that. I mean, is William Defoe a irreplaceable actor? I don't think so.
I think the studios probably started dailies and said, "Hell no, this is just bad altogether."
Yeah.
Yeah. Batgirl, we all know, HBO Max. They finished filming the entire movie. They didn't get the post-production done, the effects, but the movie is completed. And Warner Brothers screened it, and people hated it so much they said, "Nah, then we're never gonna put it out." So it's sitting over at Warner Brothers somewhere, fully completed Batgirl movie that I don't think we're ever gonna see the light of day. You guys want to see that one? I kind of want to see it. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
ano-
bad for everyone involved, right?
that right, like Brandon Fraser, like
Oh, he's in that?
he's the bad guy. Yeah,
Oh.
Firefly.
it's Firefly. He
Yeah,
goes
I mean, it's
overseas,
just-
shoots it for like 6 weeks, and then nothing.
I mean, you tell your friends, your family, like, I'm coming out with this movie. It's going to be great. It's a superhero movie.
Right?
Just kidding.
Michael Keaton's in it,
Mm.
and nothing. Yeah. The next one on the list is called Black Water Transit, starring Lawrence Fishburne and Carl Urban, shot in 2009. Movie was completed, fully completed, and just got shelved because the producer went to prison for fraud, and it got all up in some like lawyer shit and just never got put out. So there you go. Next on the list actually is a movie starring Bruce Willis called The Broadway Brawler, starred on based on a Broadway play for Disney. And the movie got 3 weeks into production before Bruce Willis said, "This is garbage and I'm not going to finish it."
That is tough to believe because Bruce, for the past, like, I don't know, 10 years, had been kicking
Doing
out
anything.
direct to video movies that are nothing but garbage.
Now remember, this is 1997 though, at the height of his like career.
Ooh.
So Disney went to sue him. He said, "No, don't sue me. How about I do some other movies for you?" And they said, "Okay, you're gonna do Armageddon, Sixth Sense, and The Kid," and they all turned to massive hits, which covered the cost of him quitting on the other movie. So fair trade, I think. It was a
Everyone
fair trade.
wins.
Yeah,
You got
everyone
like
wins.
a season pass for Disneyland too.
Yep.
What was
There you go.
the kid? Remind me of the kid.
I can't remember that one. Honestly, I can't. I know I've seen it, but I cannot
Baseball?
remember.
Or
For some reason, I was thinking that too.
Oh,
but
you know
I
what?
don't think so.
all right, I'll just look it up.
Yeah,
I'm
look
just
it up.
speculating now because I feel like that one might have had Elijah Wood, but then I could be wrong.
The next one is called The Double, which was actually made in 2013, starring Jesse Eisenberg. But 20 years prior, John Travolta was supposed to make the movie with Roman Polanski. Everything was set. They even had rehearsals, ready to begin shooting, and Travolta and Polanski got into a huge argument, of which 13-year-old to, well, and then not long after that, the whole thing fell apart, and the producers all pulled out their money and said, "Nope, we're not doing this shit with you two." So there you go. Johnny, did you find it?
I
Kid?
did.
And?
The film follows a 40-year-old image consultant, Bruce Willis, who is mysteriously confronted by an 8-year-old version of himself.
So this is
That's
Looper,
it. I'm not going
Looper
to
before Looper?
yeah.
Kinda.
Looper, a Disney Looper.
Disney
So-
Looper.
With no violence. No violence.
There you go. There you go. Here's another one. It's called A Glimpse. No, it's called Gore, starring good old Kevin Spacey. It was a Netflix movie. They shot the whole entire thing. After he got into a scandal, Netflix is like, oh my God, do we shoot the whole thing over? Because that's going to be expensive. They're like, nope, just shelve it. So Netflix has a movie called Gore, starring Kevin Spacey, just sitting somewhere in a room, never to be seen. Ever. And you guys are going to love this one. Revenge of the Nerds. It was announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2006. It was supposed to be the remake of Revenge of the Nerds. And it's going to star Adam Brody and Kristen Cavallari. And they were ready to shoot. They were already going into shooting. And then the college they were shooting on got a hold of the script, read it, and said, hell no, you're not shooting this movie about Darth Vader rape. And then the college shut it down, and then so did the studio. But the studio also saw the early dailies and said, this is a horrible movie. Why are you guys making this movie?
I'm thinking too, the times were changing and it would have been canceled or protested like successfully, back then. So
yeah. So
I mean, Revenge of the Nerds, was funny for the time, but yeah, little rapey, and
it's just you don't need another one. Just go watch the old. Just watch the three. I think they made 3 of them total. Just go watch them. We're good. Scooby-Doo Haunt, a sequel to the Scooby-Doo reboot movie Scoob, was completely done, and good old HBO Max, which was supposed to be going exclusively to HBO Max, just didn't want to put it out and wrote it off on their taxes and said it's better that we basically recoup our money than put that shit out. So
I guess I don't understand if it's on HBO Max. Like anybody watching it is a win, right? Because it's on Max. So like the people that like nobody's going to buy a new subscription to Max just for a Scooby-Doo movie.
Right,
so
exactly.
It's just for your current subscribers. So yeah, just put out whatever garbage that you already made. I mean, I don't know, maybe post-production would cost a lot to, refinish all that stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. But I mean, if you already spent all that fucking money, I mean, you're not going to get any new subscribers. So just fuck it. Throw it out there.
Exactly. Next on the list, Bruce Willis is back.
What?
The movie called Awake. Bruce Willis's second unfinished film on his resume is an action picture. Seeing him play a sociopath who returns to his childhood home for his brother's wake. This is another example of budget issues. As the film already started production, it also stopped production, and the producers raced to find new financing, but when Willis and director left, it ended the movie altogether. They just quit and said, "You got no money? We out, son." And boom, donezo.
If Canon Films was still around, they would put that shit out.
Oh yeah. So there's your list of movies that were in production or completed and never saw the light of day. It's interesting when you read those stories, especially the actors involved. Like Bruce Willis just quitting on a movie, Disney going, whoa, buddy, you have a contract. And he ends up making 3 better movies. So there's that. And finally, huge hits that initially flopped in the theaters, and they became kind of like what do you call those?
Cult classics.
Cult classics. It's a Wonderful Life, the Christmas classic. Nobody saw it when it came to the theaters. We all know that movie, and but now it's a cult classic. We all know. But when it came out originally in 1947, no one gave a fuck. So
wasn't that during the Depression?
It's actually post World War II. Yeah. So there you go. Rocky Horror Picture Show. We all know that's a cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to theaters, nobody saw it. People actually,
I mean, honestly, it's
so
not a good
much.
movie at all.
It's not. It is horrible. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, but yeah, there's that. Hocus Pocus, the first original Hocus Pocus, actually made no money. It only made $16 million in the theaters, but was a massive success on DVD for Disney.
The Family Guy got their second life from DVDs.
Yeah,
they were canceled
Adult
DVDs.
Swim.
Well, I think it was more from
wasn't
DVDs.
It TBS though too.
No,
or was it Adult Swim?
Adult Swim first.
Okay. Next one, I think the next one will surprise you guys. Fight Club was a flop, like a hard flop, like ridiculously bad. Like only made half its budget back, but made a ton of money on home release from word of mouth, people going, you got to see this movie. And it made a shitload of money.
I feel like the movie industry during that time really took advantage of us too, right? Because the DVD came out, then a director's cut would come out, and then a
They actually bring
commemorative
that up.
one,
Yeah, they
and
bring up that
then
they released a commentary track
fucking
cut.
Blu-ray
Yeah.
comes out, and
Yep.
like there are certain movie like Friday, I have copies like I don't know 4 different copies, or I had, throughout the years. VHS, fucking DVD, a special one with
Yep.
brand new scenes, and then the Blu-ray. So like they've taken a lot of our money over the years. So
The next one, Boondock Saints. Nobody saw it in theaters at all.
fucking love that movie.
But was a
Great movie.
massive,
Yeah.
massive hit via home video. Big time.
And then it was one of those what do you call it? Fan what do they call that when like the fans help raise the money? Like a GoFundMe for the
like a
movie
Kickstarter
stuff.
for fucking movies.
Yeah. So they did that to bring back part 2. They sold like, oh, you donate $200, you could be an extra type of thing. And yeah, so that's how they got their second win. But yeah, 100% they made all their money off of DVDs for Boondock Saints.
But do you know why it flopped?
Yeah. I do know why, because Columbine High School shooting.
Well, right.
Is that why?
This test screening of the movie began only 2 weeks after the Columbine.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
theaters were concerned that violent nature of the movie would inspire copycat killings. So it got very
it made
limited run.
Yeah, it made $50 million off home sales. Though that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's crazy because the budget was $6 million. Their
Right.
box office was 30,000.
Right.
And then you know what? Just kidding. Here's 50 million in fucking DVD
Home
sales.
sales. Yeah. The Golden Compass. I don't know if you guys remember this movie. Came out in 2007.
I do remember this one.
Yeah, I think it starred the fellow that played 007 recently. The hell's his name?
Oh, Daniel Craig.
There you go. Daniel Craig was a star of
Nicole
these
Kidman
movies.
was in it as well.
And Nicole Kidman as well. And it bombed hard. It made $300 million worldwide, but the movie cost that much to pretty much make.
And it was supposed to be a 3-parter because it's based off the
It
books.
was supposed to be a 3-parter.
Yeah.
But it got a cult following for people that thought, oh, the Snyder Cut thing, or we'll save it. We'll get the other 2 if we all go watch it now at home. Nope, never got it. Pacific Rim, believe it or not, tanked. It only made $100 million overseas, a total of $411 million, which was not enough to cover budget and everything else. But it was so popular home video wise that it spawned a sequel. Did you guys like Pacific Rim?
No,
When you saw it?
I liked it.
and the idea
It wasn't bad. I
I
didn't
mean,
like part.
you have to like
suspend belief.
exactly.
Yeah.
Big ass robots and big ass dinosaurs.
Right? I mean, there's a guy on a ranch killing a cartel, but you think Pacific Rim's stupid. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, like bring in more sequels and then like bigger monsters, bigger robots.
Actually,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was surprised that the lead from the first one, Charlie Hunnam, that's his name.
Yeah.
I think it was a scheduling conflict why
He couldn't do the sequel.
because he says yes to everything. That motherfucker doesn't
does.
turn down any job. So
Yeah. Did you watch the cartoon on Netflix? Pretty good.
Good.
No.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty good. The Greatest Showman is a huge flop, starring
I'm surprised.
Hugh
I heard
Jackman.
so many good things about that thing.
I know everybody says the music's so good and that movie, man, that's so bad. That movie literally only made $15.5 million. That's like horrible on 2017 standards. That is a shit. But it made a ton of money when it got released as a sing-song version on home and IMAX and everything. So people went to go see it then, and people wanted to sing along with it. Mortal Kombat, it flopped also, but there's a reason why it flopped. Let's be serious. It went straight to HBO Max. Yeah, I mean, of course it's gonna flop. They went to HBO, and they're making a sequel, Warner Brothers. So, that makes sense. Oh, Elemental made the list. Elemental, which is surprising because according to Disney, Elemental actually was a huge success and made over $500 million worldwide. So,
well, I mean, I feel like with Pixar and Disney, those things are years in advance, right? As far as it needs to be approved today to be released 4 years from now.
Oh
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah. 5-way lead. Yeah. What's that movie? The Good Dinosaur. You guys know the story about that?
Oh yeah,
How like
good
how they
movie.
basically made it and then remade it and then kept messing with it for years on end. And when it came out, it made no money. And it's a good movie, but it made no money. It tanked for Pixar. Completely
Well,
tanked.
Elemental just it came out against Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Yep.
but it was in the theater for so long that it finally started making money.
Exactly. You know, I think it
there
ran
was there's a couple of weeks in there where like nothing good was coming out, so the only thing
That's
you
what
could
I
go
mean.
see is Elemental.
Yeah. It ran into like, I did want to see that when it came out. Yeah, let's go see it now. Then you walked out going, fuck, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, and then like with that one, it's like, well, in 2 weeks it's going to be on Disney Plus anyway.
Right?
So
That's another thing too. I mean, that's kind of the mentality nowadays too. Like, I wanted to go see The Nun too. And I was like, and then I was like, I'll wait. I'll go see it next week. I'll go. And then it's out digitally. Oh, shit, it's already out. Okay. Well, guess I didn't have to go see it. All right. Well, that's good. And that's the thing. You don't know about these movies. They come out so fast, except for what's the director I named earlier that made Oppenheimer?
Nolan.
He has in his contract they're not allowed to release his movies digitally from 100 days from the release date. Where every other like director has like a 45-day thing.
Mm.
He says 100 days. You have to leave my movie in the theaters for 100 days. So that shit's still in theaters too. If you want to sit around and see a 3-hour movie. So there you go. Oppenheimer. There you go. That's our list of movies that were never made and movies that flopped but made a comeback via home viewing for you people that are interested in. Maybe there's a movie on there where you're like, really, that tanked? Or really, it still made money? It's a piece of shit. And yeah, you never know. You just never know with movies what's going to happen. I mean, low budget movie, you better chance of, pulling a Blair Witch on people, which still fooled me when it came out. I thought that shit was
100%. I thought it was
right.
real.
I thought it was real too. They fucking played that up so smart. MTV was doing news stories on it like it was real, and like these motherfuckers got me. Like God.
When we went out to the parking lot, right outside my friend's car, like somebody
Yeah.
put like piles of rocks. We were like, "What the
That's
fuck is
fucked
going
up.
on here?"
That is fucked up though. And that movie, when you watch it, so boring. But
Yeah,
it
but
still had
like
so many
the
like
premise, like this is what I'm watching is
Exactly.
real, and then what the fuck is he doing in that corner?
Uh-huh.
And
But everything though in general, just everything. And then when you were out at night, you had that thought of what the fuck?
yeah,
I'm just scared of rocks in general now. So well, there you go. So check out those movies, I guess. Maybe you haven't seen them. Hey, did you guys see the new True Detective trailer yet?
Yeah, no.
no, who's in that?
Oh, it stars who's the actress from Silence of the Lambs?
Jodie Foster.
There you go. Jodie Foster. Stars Jodie Foster. So I think it looks like she's like in Alaska or somewhere to that effect of like Montana during the winter. But yeah, good old True Detective coming back to HBO. So if you're a big fan of True Detective, there you go, guys. And the NBA's back too, bitches. Get used to it. There you go. So anything else, Johnny?
Go Lakers.
Yeah, stupid faggot. Carlos?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, go Lakers. Really? Name 3 Lakers players. Go ahead.
LeBron,
Uh-huh.
AD, Rui Hachimura.
Oh, that's right. Hachimura. That's
Yep.
right. Forgot they got Hachi. He's pretty good. That's it. That's a short one. Thanks for tuning in. Nerds Talking the podcast. Maybe Laura will join us next time, but she likes to go on vacation, gets drunk, and be a crazy ass hooker. Anyway, anybody else? No, we're good. All right, #1 show in the world, people. See you next time. Nerds Talking the podcast. Oh shit. You guys want to say bye? For Carlos.
Bye bye.
For Johnny.
Locum.
And I'm laughing at next to Nerds Talking the podcast. Whatever. Next time.